Hi, we're Karton and we've been asked by the Slog to talk about 5 tunes that have influenced us.
Okay. First one I chose was Busy Child by the Crystal Method. I think it came out about 1997. And it was one of the real first kind of electronic tunes I heard that I probably didn't instantly hate at the time. It was probably a little bit before the whole breaks movement really took off. The production is still pretty solid given how old it is. And structure-wise, I think it's a lot more interesting than what a lot of people do today with some of their stuff. So yeah, Busy Child. It's on the Vegas album. The whole album's solid. I recommend it.
For me, it would have to be Mode de Japon by Air, French band, on their album Pocket Symphony. It came out a couple of years ago, and it's a really good example of how to do something really amazing with very simple melodies. You don't need to have the most complex arrangements to write a great song. It's about finding the right elements and making sure they all work together. It's mostly I think it's just piano, drums, and bass, and it just fits together really, really well. I think it's a really good example of how to write a good song. The whole album again is amazing. Check it out, Pocket Symphony by Air.
Alright, sweet. Next one I chose was a tune by Sigma called Painted Black. I don't think it was necessarily on any album. It comes out on Hospital Records, or came out on Hospital Records, which is probably my favourite record label. It's just a good example of, fun rolling drum and bass. It's got a great sort of horn sample, great vocal sample, big solid bass line. And yeah, it just rolls out for like 4.5, 5 minutes, however long it is. Just a big fun drum and bass tune that doesn't kind of get silly or heavy just for the sake of being silly or heavy.
Alright, next we have Gemini, or Graduation by Gemini. Fairly recent tune. And the reason I think the reason we've picked this is because it's another great example of how to combine melodic elements that sort of draw you in and give you that, I guess, emotional connection to music, and the dance floor elements, which just really punchy drums, crazy bass, and just that whole sort of energy that comes along with that. It's really well conceived as a tune because it's got these beautiful piano and string sections, but then it sort of drops into this bit that just sort of punches you in the nuts when you least expect it. So yeah, works really well as a tune.
It's a good nut puncher.
Yeah.
Alright, last one is a remix. I think the first remix we've had. It is the Subfocus remix of a tune called Hold On by Rusko. Reason we kind of chose this is it wasn't the first, but it was the first kind of drum step tune that we really heard and connected with. It's just big and fun. Again, it's very simple. He does a lot with just a couple of elements really throughout it. It's a kind of tune we still can play today and everyone will just love. It's probably only 3 or 4 years old, which is nearly an eternity in sort of electronic music, but it hasn't aged at all. The production still sounds great. Everyone loves it when we play it still. So yeah, Subfocus remix of Rusko. That's 5.
That's 5.
Alright, thanks for having us.